So we have the T naught space, or we can call it as a Kolmogorov space. So separation exams we have seen. After that, we have to see the T naught space, that is, let X2 be a T space and X2 is said to be T naught space. Okay, first it should be a T space, just like you can say that for being a abelian group, first it should be a group and then it will satisfy the abelian property. So here also we have, firstly it is a T space, that means it satisfies the four condition. Phi and x belongs to 2. Then the third condition is it is closed under intersection, finite intersection, and it is closed under arbitrary union. If given x not equal to y in X, there exists open set G which contain X and which does not contain Y, or what is the or for this is, there exists an open set which does not contain X or and it contains Y, right? So what is a condition for being a T naught space? For any two different element x not equal to y in a x, that is x is what your universal set, and आपके universal set में से आपको किसी भी दो different element को लेना है, right? You have to take two different element from universal set, and what we have to find out if this condition holds. What is a condition? If there exist, okay, here we have to show only the existence. There exists means what? At least one is also sufficient, right? If you are able to find out at least one open set which contain x which does not contain y, or in another way, if I am able to find out one open set which does not contain x but it contains y, if these condition hold, then we call it as a T naught space, or we can call it as a Kolmogorov space, right? What is the condition? First, it should be a T space, then X2 is said to be T naught space or Kolmogorov space if for given x not equal to y in x, right? For given x not equal to y in x, you should concentrate on this statement. X not equal to y in x means what? X and y are not a specific element. If you are going to have any type of a different element, capital X में जितने uncountable element है, maybe depending on the cardinality of X. अगर आपका capital X में finite elements है, capital X में countable, infinite, whatever may be the number of elements. For every two distinct element, we should be able to find out one open set which contains one element and which does not contain another element, right? In diagram, if I want to show, this is what your universal set X, and we should have the two different element X and Y. That means for any two different element in X, we should have an open set which contains X which does not contain Y, or in another way I can have another diagram which we can show it as it contains Y but it does not contain X. Okay, are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, if I want to prove the definition of a T naught space, up to now whatever the definitions are, if and only if, but यहाँ पे definition में थोड़ा सा twist है. What is a twist in this definition is, suppose if I want to prove any space to be T naught space, okay, let me classify this. Suppose if I want to prove T naught space, to prove any space to be a T naught space, what I have to start with? I have to start with x not equal to y in capital X. And what is our aim is to prove that if I want to prove any space to be a T naught space, I will prove that there exists a open set which contains x and which does not contain y, or vice versa. It depends on the situation because x and y हमने कोई specify नहीं किया. These are simply a general elements from your x. x में के किसी भी two distinct element के लिए हमें एक open set चाहिए जो एक element को contain करना चाहिए. Other element should not be there in this open set. Okay. And another thing is what if I want to use the definition of a T naught space. Okay. There are two different things. If I want to use the definition of a T naught space, what I have to do? I should find out. Okay. अगर हमें definition use करना है तो हमें क्या find out करना पड़ेगा? See, you can see here. Is said to be T naught space if for given x not equal to y in x. Right? What do you mean by this statement? For given not x not equal to y in x, that means if I want to use the definition of a T naught space, I should have x not equal to y in capital X. Okay. If I have this condition, then only I can use the definition of a T naught space. Okay. Then I can, if I have this condition, then I can directly say that yes, I have one open set G which contain X and which does not contain Y. Right. So have a two different aspects about the T naught space. If I want to prove a T naught space, I have to start with the two different element in X. They may be anything because we don't know actually what is capital X, so we don't know what is small xy. So we have to start with the x not equal to y in X. Then we have to prove the condition. By some steps, we are going to prove that there exists an open set which contains X but which does not contain Y. Okay. Now another aspect is what if I want to use the definition of a T naught space. Suppose in one of the theorem you are provided that let X2 be a T naught space, right? And you want to prove some extra things about this. So if I want to prove that theorem, so I have to use the given thing. What is a given thing? X2 is a T naught space. Agar X2 is a T naught space, if it is given to us, so what we have to do? We have to first identify the two different element X, right? Because definition is what if given X not equal to Y in X. अगर आपके पास two different element है तभी आप ये definition use कर सकते हैं, right? Now, if for given X not equal to Y in X, then what is the condition? There exists an open set which contains X which does not contain Y. From the diagram, it is very clear that we have to find out an open set which contains X. Or in another way, we have to find out one open set which contains Y which does not contain X. Are you getting me? Is the idea clear? How to prove or how to use the definition? अगर definition को आपको use करना है तो आपके पास दो different elements चाहिए. Then only you can use the definition. Okay. Then you can directly use the definition that I have an open set which contains X and which does not contain Y. Any doubt for the definition of a T naught space?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If not, let me go for the usual ones. First one, the T space which is favorite to us is discrete T space. And then the next one we are going to see the indiscrete T space. Right? We will see whether discrete T space is a T naught space or not. Right? We have been provided that X2 is a discrete T space. If X2 is a discrete T space, 2 is equal to power set of X, which is equal to family K of a closed set. If this is so, what I have to prove that? I have to prove that 2 is equal to power set of X is given to us, no? So I have to prove that X2 is a T naught space, right? As I told you that if I want to prove the statement X to be a T naught space, I have to start with two different elements in X. And if you want to use the definition, I have to find out two different elements. अगर हमें two different element मिलते ही नहीं है तो हम open set का existence नहीं दिखा सकते ना. By the definition itself, it is given. If given X not equal to Y in X, then there should exist an open set which contains X which does not contain Y or vice versa, right? Now, what is there in this case, in discrete T space, what we have to do? We have to prove that X2 is a T naught space, okay? So let me start with let x not equal to y in capital X, and then I have to prove that there exist two different open set, right? Rather one open set. Okay. Now, as I told you that we have a 2 is equal to power set of x. So if x and y are the two elements in x, right? Because no doubt we are going to take x and y from x. So can I say singleton x is also a member of power set of x and singleton y is a member of power set of x?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it is a discrete space. As it is a discrete space, every subset of x is in their power set of x, which means I can write directly they are belonging to our topological space. बरोबर ना?
Yes,
Tau
ma'am.
is equal to power set of x in case of a discrete space. So as it is a discrete space, if x and y are element of capital X, their singleton y will be obvious member of power set of x. Power set of x क्या होता है? Set of all possible subsets of x. So I can name this as G is equal to singleton X, which is a member of a tau and which contains X, right? Or you can write it as very equivalent to X belongs to singleton X because your singleton X is a member of a tau, right? But if you imagine the thing that which we have done in real analysis, in the real analysis one, we have seen that every singleton element or every finite set is a closed set. But यहाँ पे हमने क्या लिखा है? This finite set or the singleton set is a open set, right? So that is what a difference in our real analysis and topological space. In the topological space, we can have a singleton set to be a open set also. Okay, but in the real analysis, every singleton set, every finite sets are closed set. माहिती है ना आपल्याला?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what a power of a topological space in which we can say that every singleton X in case of a discrete space it is a topological space, right? So we here we have found the existence, so we can show that hence there exists an open set G which is equal to singleton X which satisfy the condition. What is the condition? X belongs to G and Y does not belongs to G. Whether y belongs to singleton x possible नहीं है ना?
No, ma'am.
X and y both are different element. So that's why we can say this condition doesn't hold and hence the proof. And hence we can say that it is a T naught space. Okay. So in case of a discrete T space, it is very easy because every singleton x are members of tau and hence that singleton x itself we can say that it is a guaranteed open set which contains x and it is a guaranteed open set which does not contain y. Why it does not contain y? Because we are saying that x and y are the two different elements. अगर दोनों same element है तो obviously we can say y is an element of x. But if x and y both are different element and in case of a discrete T space, every singleton x is a member of tau which we can say every singleton x is a open set. But it is not true in real analysis. Every singleton x or we can say every finite sets are closed set. Okay, why the finite sets are closed set in real analysis? Because for finite sets we are getting the derived set is empty set. बरोबर ना?
Yes, ma'am.
For the finite set we are getting derived set is empty set and empty set is always subset of any set. Now let me go for the second example, that is indiscrete space. So what is there in indiscrete space? We have been provided 2 is equals to phi and x. We have only two different open sets. On the condition, I am assuming one condition, the capital X is greater than or equal to 2. Because we know that if capital X, cardinality of capital X is equal to 1, then your discrete topological space is equal to indiscrete. Right now? One remark we have written initially. अगर कार्डिनिटी ऑफ कैपिटल एक्स इक्वल टू 1 होगा तो डिस्क्रीट और इनडिस्क्रीट टी स्पेस इक्वल होंगे ना. So that's why I am imposing the condition that cardinality of capital X is greater than or equal to 2. Now, if suppose I have to prove that it is a this indiscrete T space is a T naught space, what I have to do, I have to start with the condition. What is a condition? Let x not equal to y in capital X. Okay, I have to start with this condition. Okay, so can anyone tell me whether there exists an open set G, such a open set G which contain X and which does not contain Y? आहे का असा ओपन सेट जो X ला कंटेन करतो बट Y ला नहीं?
No, ma'am.
No, because we don't have any other open set other than phi and x. Phi को तो हम consider नहीं कर सकते because it does not contain any element. So x में तो obviously दोनों element है ना, x and y both are an element of capital X. So we can say there does not exist open set which satisfy these conditions. So we can say now that indiscrete T space is not a T naught space, right? Why this is so? Because there does not exist an open set which satisfy the condition. What is the condition for being a T naught space? It should contain or we can show that there should exist one open set which contain one element and which does not contain another element. Barobar? Any doubt about indiscrete T space, whether it is a T naught space or not? Hello, आहेत का doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
If not, let us go for the next one. We will see that whether cofinite T space is an indiscrete T space or not. Okay, everyone know what is a cofinite T space? So we will verify whether cofinite T space is a T naught space or not, right? So to prove it is a T naught space, अगर नहीं होगा तो कभी हमें contradiction मिलेगा. Just like in case of an indiscrete T space, we have started with the x not equal to y and we haven't got any open set which can satisfy those conditions, right? But in case of a cofinite space, let us start with the condition. Okay, that means I have to prove that this cofinite space, okay, I will write here to prove that cofinite space is a T naught space. Okay, if I want to prove that cofinite space is a T naught space, what I have to start with, as I told you that for this definition we have the two condition. Okay, आपको definition का use कब करना है और when you have to prove this. Okay, so I have written here to prove that and when to use the definition. Okay, if I want to prove cofinite space to be a T naught space, we have to start with the assumption x not equal to y in capital X. For any two distinct element, if we are able to find out one open set which contain one element which does not contain another element, अगर हमें ऐसे elements मिलते हैं या ऐसे open set मिलते हैं तो we can say that this cofinite T space is a T naught space, right? So what I have to do, let x not equal to y in capital X. Before that, let me define your topology so that you can remember what is a cofinite topological space. I hope everyone doing the study, daily revision, so that whatever we are going to study, क्योंकि हमें बहुत सारे पुरानी चीजों का यूज भी करना पड़ेगा ना, just now I have used the cofinite space and discrete indiscrete space. So these type of things or definitions, whatever we have seen in the basic part, we are going to use them frequently in next theorem. So that's why daily you have to revise this, because if suppose you are not knowing what is a cofinite space, you cannot understand what I am speaking. You will think that our madam is speaking something different one, right? So daily you have to do a study of a topological space or rather any subject, because what is your second sem is completely depending on the theory papers. Real 2 is also completely theory, complex is completely theory, and topological space and then algebra 2 सभी थ्योरी के पेपर्स है. जब तक आप उसको रिपीटेडली स्टडी नहीं करोगे, at least once before going to lecture you have to go back to the definition, because these definitions or properties or the things which we have seen in the basic part, we are going to use in the next theorem. और जब टीचर नया थ्योरम पढ़ाते हैं तो वो पुरानी वाली चीजें या डेफिनेशन फिर से एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकते, राइट? So be in touch with whatever we have studied, so that you will be able to grasp the things very fastly that what we are going to teach you, right? So we have tau is equals to, it is given with the help of phi union a is subset of x, x minus a is a finite set, right? So to be a member of tau, what are the condition? Either it should be an empty set or its complement is a finite set, right? Now, what we know about the finite sets in the real analysis, we know that in the real analysis, every singleton sets are closed set, or rather, I can say every finite sets are a closed set. Okay, every finite sets are a closed set. So, can I say this singleton X to be a closed set? Because we are not in the discrete t space ना, discrete t space में ये closed और open दोनों भी होता है, right? Why? Because tau is equal to power set of x which is equal to k in case of a discrete t space. This is only possible in discrete t space that tau is equal to power set of x which is equal to k. So जो भी आपका open set होगा वो obviously closed set होगा, right? Are you agree with me? So
Yes,
your
ma'am.
singleton X is a open as well as your singleton X is a closed set in your discrete T space. So here we are going to use the things which we are already knowing about the singleton sets. Singleton sets are a closed set, or we can say finite sets are a closed set. So if singleton X is a closed set, can I say X minus singleton X is a open?
Yes, ma'am.
Because complement of X we are taking. So this is an open set in X2. So I can name it as G is equal to X minus singleton X, which is an open set. So we have shown the existence. So there exists, which implies there exists an open set G, right? There exists an open set G which contains Y. Y contain karna na hai. Y belongs to this, but X does not belongs to X minus singleton X. बरोबर है का नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me show you this how it happens. X belongs to if I have written X belongs to X minus singleton X. Suppose I have written like this, which means that X belongs to capital X minus singleton X. ये सेट क्या है आपका? होल सेट X में से सिर्फ आपको एक एलिमेंट निकालना है. So whether X will be a member of this whole set?
No, ma'am.
No, because हमने already x को निकाल दिया है, so that's why I can say that x does not belongs to this. So I have shown the existence of one open set which satisfy the condition. What it satisfy the condition? Y belongs to G and x does not belongs to G. Right? This y belongs to G and x does not belongs to G. दोनों भी condition true है ना? Either you can show x belongs to G and y does not belongs to G, or in a vice versa. सिर्फ हमें एक open set का existence दिखाना है जो एक element को contain करना चाहिए, दूसरे element को नहीं contain करना चाहिए. Don't assume that always we have to show this. Okay, you can show vice versa. You can show existence of one such a open set which contain x but does not contain y, or in another way you can show this type of existence. It contains y but it does not contain x. Okay? Have you understood? It is very easy. What you have to do, we have to simply say that your singleton X is a closed set, since whatever we have a knowledge about a singleton sets or finite sets. So if it is a closed set, its complement must be an open set. So if that is an open set, so that we can show that this is what a guaranteed open set which contains X, which does not contain X and which contains Y. And hence we can say that the cofinite T space is a P0 space. Barabar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me show the next one, that is co-countable T space. We have to show that co-countable T space is T naught space. Here also it is same thing, right? Here also we have to do the same thing, right? क्या करेंगे हम यहाँ पे start if I want to prove that co-countable, right? To prove that co-countable T space is a T naught space. So what I have to start with if I want to prove that? Okay, whenever you have to prove that, you have to start with let x not equal to y in capital X. Before that, we should know what is a co-countable topological space. In that, X is uncountable set. बरोबर? It is very similar to cofinite. Cofinite में क्या है? X is infinite set. और यहाँ पे क्या change है? X is uncountable set. Union A is a subset of X and X minus A is a countable. बराबर? Will you do this as a homework? Because whenever you have a cofinite or finite, you have to just replace it. यहाँ तो वो भी करने की जरूरत है. जैसा आपने पहले का प्रूफ लिखा है वैसे ही as it is प्रूफ लिखना है. Singleton x are always a closed set. You have to say x minus singleton x is open, and you have to write the same conditions. Is it okay? Will you do it as a homework? जो हमने
Yes,
पहले
ma'am.
लिखा है वैसे ही करना है. Let me write down the note for this. Every topological space need not be a T naught space. Why this is so? Every, okay, I will write the statement. Every T space need not be T naught space. Will you say me what is a counter example for this one? हमने अभी show that किया ना, indiscrete T space is not a T naught space. ट्रू केलेत ना, indiscrete T space मध्ये
Yes,
हे
ma'am.
एक ओपन सेट एक्झिस्ट होत नाही जो त्या कंडिशन सॅटिस्फाय करत नाही. So that's why we can say that indiscrete T space is not a T naught space, but it is a T space, right? No, indiscrete T space is a T space, but it is not a T naught space. So what is the example for that? You can say that indiscrete T space is a T space, but it is not a T naught space. The second remark or second note I can say is collection of all T naught spaces. I can say it is a subset of collection of all T space. बरोबर? Because यहाँ पे T space में indiscrete भी है, यहाँ पे indiscrete नहीं है because it is not a T naught space. So we can say collection of a T naught space is a subset of collection of all T space. Or in diagram I can show that this is what the collection of T spaces, and in which I can say this is what a T naught space, because for being a T naught space first it should be T space क्योंकि definition में ही दिया है ना. In the definition itself we have been provided that let X2 be a T space, right? You can see here, let X2 be a T space, then we have to say that it is a T naught space if it satisfies this condition, right? So we can say the collection of a T naught space is a subset of collection of all the T spaces, right? So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? At least one we can say it is a indiscrete T space, which is not a T naught space, but it is a T space. Are you getting me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अगर नहीं भी समझ में आ रहा है ना तो later on whenever you are going to write the notes, so you have to speak this. अगर आप जब तक बोलोगे नहीं T naught और T में का डिफरेंस नहीं समझ में आएगा आपको, राइट? सो आई विल जो भी स्टेटमेंट मैं बोल रही हूँ आपको लगेगा हाँ indiscrete T naught भी है, T भी है, राइट? T naught is a different space and T is a different space. जितने ज्यादा कंडीशन आप T स्पेस पे लगाओगे वो सेट छोटा होता जाएगा, राइट? Just like I told you that first if I say if you are a student of PHSUS, what is PHSUS? पुण्यश्लोक अहिल्यादेवी होलकर सोलापुर यूनिवर्सिटी सोलापुर, right? So it means that you may be a student of affiliated colleges or it may be a student of campus or anything else. Now if suppose I have categorized you as a student of School of Computational Science, so the set become again smaller. यहाँ पे set बहुत बड़ा था ना. You may be from affiliated colleges. There are so many affiliated colleges in university. And if I say that you are a student of School of Computational Science, that means I have imposed one more condition. राइट. सो टी नॉट स्पेस पे भी हमने एक्स्ट्रा कंडीशंस दिए ना. व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस टू बी अ टी नॉट स्पेस? फर्स्ट इट शुड बी अ टी स्पेस. देन the next condition is what? It should have a existence of such a open set which contains X which does not contain Y, or vice versa. Okay, are you getting me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So what is a T naught space? T naught space is a subset of a collection of all T spaces. Okay, अगर हम सभी T spaces को कलेक्ट करेंगे और सभी T naught spaces को कलेक्ट करेंगे तो दोनों में कंपैरिजन क्या होगा? Collection of all the T spaces is larger than collection of all the T naught spaces. Okay. Let me go for the next theorem. As I told you that there are 12 theorems are fixed out, because actually we are going to see T naught, T1, T2, T3, T3 half, T4 and T5. So totally कितना हो गया? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? 7 into 2, that is 14 theorems are fixed out. What are those 14 theorems? Out of them 14 theorems, first one we are going to see is, what is the first theorem? You can say the statement, we can write it as being the T naught space is hereditary property. Or another statement for this same theorem I can say is a subspace of T naught space is a T naught space. Okay. Or the statement for this is, it has to be a T naught space. Then prove that X star to star is also a T naught space. What is X star to star? It is a subspace of X2. Right? So you can see these are the three statements for the same theorem. What is the statement? First statement you can see, being a T naught space is hereditary property. What do you mean by hereditary property? You can see some of the similarities or some of the properties or some of the habit are already taken from our ancestors. Like अगर हमारे मॉम या डैड को कुछ एक स्पेसिफिक आदत होती है तो वो बाय डिफॉल्ट हेरिडिटरी हमारे अंदर आ जाता है, राइट? Or sometime you can see the faces are also similar. Suppose one child is there. I will give you a more easier example for this one is, you can see Saif Ali Khan children's, Sara Ali Khan and his brother. I don't know exactly the name. Sara is exactly looking like her mother Amrita. And you can see Saif Ali Khan का जो period था when he was near about 20-24, जो सारा अली खान का जो सगा भाई है वो भी उसके जैसा ही दिखता है, राइट? सो यू कैन सी दीज आर व्हाट द हेरिडिटरी प्रॉपर्टीज. दैट मीन्स in general life also we are having these conditions. So I have just shown the condition that जो सब लोग को पता है, right? Agree with me now? Saif Ali Khan and Sara Ali Khan. Sara Ali Khan is exactly just like her mother. And
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
these are what the hereditary properties which we are carrying out by ancestors itself. So here also what we have to see, being a T naught space is a hereditary property. मतलब आपके पास अगर कोई T naught space है, right? You can see the third space, right? Third statement में क्या है? X2 be a T naught space and X star to star is a subset of a X2, or you can say subspace. बाय यूजिंग अ रिलेटेड टोपोलॉजी. रिलेटेड टोपोलॉजी को यूज करके हम सबस्पेस फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं, राइट? So what I have to prove that it's a subspace, मतलब उस x2 के साथ जो भी subspaces आएंगे वो भी T naught हो जाएंगे, right? So that's why we can say that being a T naught space is a hereditary property. That is, subspace of a T naught space is a T naught space. Or statement for that is, let x2 be a T naught space, let x star to star be subspace of x2, and to prove that, what is our aim is to prove that x star to star is a T naught space. Okay, so this is what the three different statement for the same theorem, right? You can have any of the statement, being a T naught space is hereditary, being और ये सभी ट्रू है सभी स्पेसेस के लिए, राइट? कुछ बीच में की कुछ एक स्पेसेस के लिए ट्रू नहीं है, कंप्लीटली रेगुलर वगैरह कुछ स्पेसेस है जहाँ पे एक कोई तो प्रॉपर्टी प्रूव नहीं होता है. So at that time you as I told you that you should have a comparative study, right? No doubt सभी TI स्पेस के लिए ट्रू है ये, being a T naught space is a hereditary. Just like that we are going to see being a T1 space is hereditary, being a T2 space is hereditary, like that. Okay, up to T5. But some of the spaces are there which are not going to satisfy hereditary property. Then we are going to say these spaces are not satisfying the hereditary property. Okay, have you understood the statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just like we can say subgroup of abelian group is abelian. क्योंकि आपका अगर ओरिजिनल ग्रुप abelian है तो we can say subgroup of abelian group is abelian, and every subgroup of abelian group is a normal also. So these are what some of the properties of a hereditary property. Okay, let us prove this theorem. If you are not having any doubt about the statement, let me start with the proof. Okay, so I will start with the proof that let x2 be a T naught space. Okay, I will take one T naught space and I will take one subspace of that. That I will start with. Let x star to star be subspace of x2. Okay, let x star to star be subspace of x2. Then what is our aim is to prove that x star to star is T naught space. To prove that x star to star is T naught space. Right. So before that, I should first define what is a toe star. How to define the toe star is with the help of our related topology. How the related topology is defined? The intersection of the open sets from toe and your x star. What is your x star? X star is a subset of x, and x star toe star is a subspace topology. Okay, those who don't remember, you can see your related topology. Okay, how the related topology is defined? Intersection of x star with the open sets, and from where the open sets are selected? From the original topological space, right? Okay, now if I want to prove any space to be a T naught space, I have to start with what I have to start with. Let x not equal to y in capital X. Okay. Sometimes the students write the theorem in such a way that वो start x not equal to y से start करते हैं और second step में directly लिखते हैं कि now there exists a open set, right? But if I want to prove any statement, I have to show the existence, right? There are so many confusions for about a T naught space or any of the Ti space. जब आपको T naught का definition use करना है तब आप x not equal to y को आपको कहीं से तो derive करना पड़ेगा, right? If you have the condition x not equal to y, then only you can use the definition. Okay, and if I want to prove the T naught space, I have to start with the condition let x not equal to y in x. In x star I have to say, because I have to prove x star to star is a T naught space, right? So can I write on the next step? This statement implies x not equal to y in capital X. Since you can say that your x star is a subset of x, जो भी element x star में होगा, obviously it will be an element of x. So we have what we have. Now you can see here. if I want to use the condition of x2 to be a T naught space, ये दिया है ना आपको, let x2 be a T naught space. So when you can use the definition of a T naught space, if you have the existence of x not equal to y in x. यहाँ पे मिल गया हमको existence, right? Because we have started with the condition x not equal to y in x star. But whatever may be the elements in x star, they are an obvious elements of x. So here we have shown the existence of two different elements in x. So since you can write here, since x2 is a T space, right? Since x2 is a T space, so we can say it implies there exists an open set which contain x and which does not contain y. Or you can say another statement also, there exists an open set which contains which does not contain y, which does not contain x and which contains y. कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं, right? So here we have simply used the definition of a T naught space of x2. x2 ये T naught space है, इसका definition हमने use किया. But what is our aim is to prove that x star to star is a T naught space. बरोबर? समझते हैं आप? Okay. So as we have a open set which contain x, so let me write one G star which is equal to G intersection with x star, right? So can I say x will belongs to G star because x is already a member of G, as well as we have written here x and y are members of x star, right? X and y, if they are members of x star, they are obvious member of x. Okay, x star का भी member है, x G का भी member है. So I can say that it is a member of an intersection, right? So x is a member of G star. Similarly, I can write y is not a member of G star. Y is, if it is not a member of G, obviously it will not be a member of a intersection. Okay, I can write it as x belongs to G intersection x star because x is a member of both the set, and y is not a member of G star since y is not a member of a G. If it is not a member of G, obviously it is not a member of a intersection. And hence the proof, right? We have started with, from where we have started, that x not equal to y in capital X star. And what we have proved, there exists an open set G star which contain x and which does not contain y. Okay? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt about this?
No,
What we
ma'am.
have to do, we are having two spaces. First is x2, second is x star to star, which is a subspace. So we should know when you have to use a definition of x2 is a T naught space. पहले हमको consider करना पड़ेगा, right? Because if I want to prove that, what is our aim is to prove that let x2 be x star to star is a T naught space. To use to prove that, we have to use this condition, and then by default we get this one, and then you can use the x2 is a T space condition. Okay? If you don't have a doubt, we can end the lecture. You can join the next lecture. Thank you.